Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. Happy Easter if you have celebrated Easter this wonderful weekend like I have. Me and my family have had the Orthodox Easter here in Romania, and although we couldn't go to church physically as we usually do, it has also been nice to watch the church mass on our laptop at home, and it is very amazing. I still am amazed. I sound like my grandmother sometimes. I still am amazed how technology can unite us so many times, even if there is a virus out there, and we can keep in touch with everyone and anything we want to anywhere in the world. Isn't that amazing? This had led me to think about the importance of finding balance in your personal and in your professional life. How can you mingle? How can you deal with everything, especially if you are a young mom having children as well? And obviously, you may want, if you are like me, and I think you are, you may want to keep in touch with your professional life and keep your career going. And maybe you have a business and you want that to grow as well. What to do? How can you deal with them all? And let's face it, I truly believe that it is more than writing things down on a piece of paper. I sometimes am overwhelmed, not because I'm not organized or because my thoughts go into several directions, feeding my child, making sure I sent that email, I have a podcast interview, then I need to have some live sessions like I do today. Did I post today? How many times did I post? Oh, I forgot to have that thumbnail done. And all sorts of things like this that actually are not the ones that are overwhelming us. The real problem here is that we fear that we cannot handle it all. And when we have this fear, we can have lists and lists of to-do lists and organizing ourselves, having everything put down on a piece of paper. And don't get me wrong, I always recommend you do this, and this is the first step. However, if you have been watching me for a while, I want you to know that this fear of not thinking that you will do all of the things that you have planned to is the one that is keeping you away from achieving balance. Now, when you have this fear that you won't have time to do everything, it means that you don't trust yourself enough. Luckily, thankfully, it all comes back to ourselves. How we talk to ourselves, what is the relationship we have with ourselves, and at the end of the day, you need to focus on being your biggest friend, your strongest ally, and your most supportive family member ever. And I say family member because family is pretty important to most of us. However, we have that one family member that is sometimes very skeptical, critical, that may not want to harm us, but they maybe said something that has pulled us back 10 steps when we are slowly doing our best to move ahead every single day. I want you to be that member of the family that is a raging, cheerful fan. You need to every single time complete this sentence when you feel overwhelmed and change your scenario, change your story. And when you think that you can't do them all, simply tell yourself, I can do it all. I am in charge of everything that happens in my life, and I take full responsibility to create the best future, the best life, the best career, or the best business that I can create for myself. It happens that most of the times our family is supportive. We have friends and we have maybe our spouses, our children that are helping us to grow as much as possible. However, I want you to not wait for any exterior praises, any exterior motivation. You need to be the one that pushes you further and harder and stronger than anyone and anything out there, because unless you have an interior drive that comes from a strong vision that is out there in the future, that is pulling you towards it, it's very difficult to move on and achieve great things. We are all capable, yes, the potential we have is enormous. I have come to find some amazing strategies that can keep you very focused on what you want to do, and this course will be released very soon. I cannot wait to do this for you, and it's going to be free, by the way. And I want you to know that your drive needs to come from within, and that's it. If you are waiting for praise, for the very good feedback to come from the exterior, whenever you get negative feedback, you will be crushed, as you want to be appreciated and you are leaning and wanting those encouraging words and voices coming towards you. If those voices tend to be critical of negative, and let's face it, it doesn't need to be that everyone will like you. We are all different. Everyone has their opinion, and there are people that have had a lot of hardship and they may get their frustrations out on you. I want you to know that that is not personal, but this is not the goal of our talk. You will have a hard time facing these voices, these critical voices, unless you take full ownership and get your interior drive that is very strongly related to something that you truly desire in your future, that is again pulling you towards it. That is the voice that you need to listen, and that's it. I want you to put in practice this advice and let me know how does it go for you. What is the first thing that you are going to shift? What is the first thing that you will say the opposite of whenever a negative thought, a fear comes to your mind? I want you to also have a look at the 7-step guide to permanently conquer your fears. This is an amazing exercise, a great visualizing tool that you will find in this book that I have written. It's on my website, roxanapope.com, and it teaches you how to keep your mind under your control. It is amazing how you get to feel so safe within your own mindset, and understand that as long as you start training your mind, even if you do this 1 millimeter step every day or maybe every week, it is progress. Learn to acknowledge it, to celebrate it, and become the best version of yourself, a fear-free spirit that can literally and figuratively achieve everything they have set their mind to. I hope you have an awesome weekend ahead and a wonderful week, and I will see you tomorrow with another great live topic.